Hi, my name is Katie Kessner, and I'm the Executive Director at Campus Outreach Services. Our organization works with over 5,000 communities coast to coast on health and wellness issues. And today we're going to talk about a really interesting wellness issue, our face. Sometimes people say my face is my case, and our face is certainly oftentimes the first thing that people notice about us. So it's critically important, I think, to put your best face forward all the time. And today I'm so pleased to be joined by two fabulous, a doctor and a technician who work in a spa that produce incredible results when it comes to faces. And we're going to learn a little bit about what the science and technology is and how it might work for you. So I'd like to introduce our guest experts today. Dr. Alison Abiri, could you share with our viewers today a little bit about yourself?
Yes, thanks, Katie. My name is Dr. Alison Abiri. I'm a licensed physician in Pennsylvania, New York, and California, and I am working in the field of aesthetics for the past 10 years. And I own and founded a spa, Essence Spa, which is located in Pennsylvania.
Excellent. And a little bit about your academic credentials as well.
Great. I did undergraduate and medical school in a combined program at Boston University, and then I did my residency training in the University of Pittsburgh.
Fantastic. And we're also pleased to have with us Billie Jo Vale. And Billie Jo, can you tell our viewers a little bit about yourself as well?
Yes, thanks, Katie. I'm Billie Jo Vale, and I am a licensed medical technician. I've been in the business for 16 years, and I've been with Essence Spa since the beginning.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I think for all of our viewers and people kind of interested in what's trending and what are all these, messages out there in magazines about Botox and fillers and lasers and all these things that we can do to our faces to make them look flawless, other than just covering them up with makeup. We're going to dig into a little bit about what those options are and how they might work for different individuals differently. So first of all, we hear about Botox and injectables, this whole thing like sticking needles in our faces and adding stuff to get rid of wrinkles and stuff to plump and fill in. And maybe summarize a little bit for us, what are these things and how do they work, Dr. Alison?
Oh, great. Thanks, Katie. Well, Botox works by paralyzing the muscles that are overactive in your face. So people will notice that they're making movements that they don't actually expect to be making, and they're unwanted. And so they'll say, look, I look angry and I don't mean to, or I look annoyed. And by using chemical modulators, you're able to relax those muscles, giving you a more youthful look.
So it really just freezes some of the muscles that might cause us to have little wrinkles. And
exactly. And the key is that it's really a skill required task, because as you can imagine, you don't want to look frozen. So you've got to freeze the right areas so that the areas that are unwanted movements are frozen, but the areas of wanted movement are still intact.
So you said something important. You said it's a skill. So that means like just because someone offers that they have this product, we need a skillful person who can put it in the right spots. And all of our faces are truly different, right?
That is right. There is no formula for any of these treatments.
So digging in more, I think some people hear, there's $9 fillers and there's, what goes into the price? What are some warning signs that a shop may not be as legitimate as they should be?
Right. I think that's really important to know because there is big differences between different places. So one thing you want to check into is the price too good to be true? That is often a warning sign because, again, these products are medical products and come with a fixed cost that has nothing to do with whether they're put in by whoever, and that's a fixed cost nationally. So you should expect a relatively common price across places. Also, if a place does not participate in manufacturer programs, these products are actually serial numbered and trackable. So manufacturers often have rebate programs based off of what you're using. If you go to a provider that does not want to disclose the number or amount or serial number of products you're using or does not participate in manufacturer programs, I'd be a little bit worried.
That sounds very important, actually, and I did not know that. I mean, gosh, it makes sense that any manufacturer would want to be able to track, because if something happened,
that's right,
they want to figure out what went wrong with that product. So that sounds really important, Dr. Alison.
I wanted to also fill you in about fillers, because we were talking about Botox. Now, Botox, again, stops abnormal movements that you don't want. fillers actually replace lost fat in your face. As you age, you actually lose fat in your face. Unfortunately, it tends to go elsewhere. But if you're starting to notice sort of descent and decline in your face and not that youthful fullness, your options are to put in injectable fillers. And there are a lot of different injectable fillers that usually differ based off of where in your face you're injecting, based off of the thickness of the particles.
When you say thickness of particles, do you mean like the actual material going in?
That's right.
So there's large particles and small.
And different consistencies as well.
Okay.
Right.
So what they feel like.
What they feel like when you're injecting them. Some of them flow very smoothly. Like for instance, if you wanted to put an injectable in your lip, it's very important for it to be smooth so that your lips are smooth. Whereas in a filler in your cheeks, maybe a thicker material because it's in a deeper layer.
That makes total sense. Is there anything we should be looking for with fillers?
Same type of information. It's nice to know how much you're actually getting rather than being charged per area.
Is it crazy to say, like, send me a sheet of what you put in me and the mLs or, you know, whatever?
I don't think it's crazy at all. Actually, at Essence Spa, we price it per syringe. So we don't price your treatment based off of, we're going to fill your cheek. What we do is we actually say, you pay for the number of syringes you want. We can start with one syringe and you can decide, do I like this? And if I do, okay, maybe I want to add a second syringe. And you just pay as you add syringes of fluid.
That sounds very fair and very clear.
It is very fair, and I think it's very clear, and it's great from the beginner, first time injecting, to also the experienced injector, because as you go along, the amount of filler you need changes as your face changes.
And probably where you need it too.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's move from, you know, these fillers, injectables, and Botox to, you know, laser on the face, or, you know, I think after you get pregnant and have kids, sometimes brown spots start happening. I know it happened for me. So what are our options with treating other kinds of face issues?
Great. Well, one of my favorite treatments for facial discolorations, so whether it's brown or red or pore size, broken capillaries, and all of those sort of changes that you see in your face as you continue to age, whether it's associated with pregnancy or just normal aging and sun exposure, is IPL treatments. And IPL treatments are facial rejuvenation with a broad spectrum of light.
So IPL's impulse, I don't know, I'm guessing
something
laser.
Impulse light.
Impulse light, okay.
Yeah. So now again, I always tell people, remember, not all IPL treatments are the same. So at Essence Spa, we use our Essence Rejuvenator treatment. These are medically approved, FDA cleared lasers. And that's important to note because some places you may find it even in a hair salon offering IPL treatment. If there's not a physician, it's probably not what you're really looking to do.
Right, and you know, I was thinking for our viewers, again, kind of bargain shopping, is it the case, you know, we change over our technology so often. We want the new phone like every year. I can only imagine that laser technology is also rapidly improving. And who wants last year's phone? Who wants last year's laser, right?
That is totally true. This technology has been around for a long time, so a lot of places will be using old technology. Again, if the price is too good to be true, something may be going on. Old, outdated equipment, or not even FDA cleared equipment may be being used.
So a question for the consumer would be to say, how old are your lasers? Where did you buy them? If they say, oh, our laser's only a year old, but we got them from a place that already used them for 10 years, that's no good either.
Right.
So watch for hedging answers, right?
Right.
So I know we don't have a lot of time, but you said the IPL, like how, talk me through, or maybe Billy Joe, like how does that laser work? Is it a quick treatment? What's going to happen tomorrow? Can I go to work? Am I going to wear a bag over my head? What's going to happen?
Well, we book it an hour, so we have time to spend with you. We don't make it a quick in and out. We want to make sure we spend the quality time we need to with our client that is getting the service. And we also numb the skin, so whenever we do this treatment, we make it as nice as we possibly can. And we have great results. We have really amazing results.
This IPL, is this one where I'm going to be out of work for a few days, or just, you know, fine probably the next day?
You're fine the next day. It depends how aggressive we go, how aggressive you want us to go. Typically, you may get some redness, but really, you could cover it with foundation and you'd be fine. Or a lot of people don't even need to do that.
Okay, so we only have a few minutes left, but I want to talk about, like, you know, our viewers who say, my face is my case, but I've already got wrinkles. I've already got some, like, divots. How do I get rid of those? Is there a more aggressive treatment?
Right, so at that point, I would recommend fractional laser rejuvenating.
And what is fractional? Can you give me a visual on what that means?
So imagine, we all like waffles, right?
Oh, perfect,
so
breakfast item.
Yeah, exactly. So imagine your face is a waffle. Sounds funny, but it really works, this idea. So fractional means that we're gonna treat areas, okay, and not your entire face. So if your face was a waffle, the area that we would be treating are the divots, and the ridges would be areas that are untreated. Now, why would you do this? And the reason is really amazing, and it's a great idea. Those ridges serve as areas as a source of healing skin. So those untouched areas of skin.
On the top.
Yeah, the ridges at the top can actually serve as points of healing. And so instead of the old laser resurfacing, where you could not go outside for 2 weeks because you would look like an alien, basically, now we're talking about the next day, you're fine to go out. Now you may look red, and you may look a little irritated for up to 5 days, but nothing that can't be covered over very easily with a light powder or foundation. So there's no taking off time from work, there's no missing life, there's no scheduling issues.
But it's digging in a little deeper than what Billy Joe just described with the IPL.
Definitely. So with the IPL, which we call the Essence Rejuvenator, you're targeting reds, browns, pores, and very fine lines. The fractionated treatment, which is our age eraser, actually goes deeper, heating the skin at a deeper level and stimulating collagen. The results from the first treatment are pretty apparent at 2 weeks when all that pigment is removed from your body. But the results from the fractionated treatment develop from 1 to 6 months as you actually stimulate deeper levels of collagen. And it's really a great treatment for treating deeper lines, deeper wrinkles, acne scarring, and stretch marks.
Wow, that sounds fabulous. Again, and you know, another area, I think, can we go down to the neck, or is this more just for our face?
Not at all. We use the fractionated treatments all over the body. So people love it for the neck because the neck is one of those areas that really shows age. And it's really hard to protect your neck all the time because unlike your face, the skin on your neck is even more delicate. It's hard to believe, but it's really important to treat your neck as part of your face.
Fantastic. And, you know, I just want to say why I'm sure any viewer in our area could come to Essence Spa and learn a lot more about what are these options, and you would take the time to talk with them through it. What's something else that's kind of special, unique about your spa?
Well, at our spa, our model is really important for us to have it be both a spa and a medical spa. So when you walk in the door, we want you to feel like you're at a resort spa, but we get medical spa results, and that's something that no one else really does. From the moment you walk in, you're greeted with a nourishing, warm beverage designed by nutritionists. We have decadent robes, a beautiful tranquility room with a 25-foot water wall. So we really try and tailor to your experience. We also use topical anesthetics for almost all of our procedures that have any sort of discomfort. Why we do that? Because for us, time is not what the priority is. We don't mind spending the time with you to apply those topicals. We want you to have a great, safe, and comfortable experience. Now, what I found at other places that don't use topicals, their concern is number one, time, and number two, their staff is not as experienced. And so the use of topicals is a higher level of functioning because you have to be able to view their skin and adjust the energy levels with less feedback from the client as to how it's feeling.
Fantastic, Dr. Allison. I know we're out of time, and thank you so much for joining us, Billy Joe and Dr. Allison. I'm sure anyone would be more than treated at your spa.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And for all of our viewers today, this theme is your face is your case, and we want you to. I think everyone wants to look as great as we feel on the inside, and sometimes just a little refresher is all we need. So. We hope that this has been another way for you to learn more about the options to keep yourself a completely well person. Thank you for spending time with us, and we hope that you will join us again.